If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
As the blood of our brothers and sisters drips from the hands of this nation, we cry out for justice. Our cries for justice are met with repugnant indifference. The only thing that can be heard? Silence.
You're not just being quiet, you're saying something. You're saying loudly that the status quo is okay, that systemic oppression as it exists now is okay, that white supremacy is okay.
In a system like we have in this country, in a violent white supremacist system, there is no neutrality. Neutrality, in every case, by definition, favors the oppressor.
To me, white silence is about more than just white people. It's about people in places of power who want to maintain their power and privilege. And so they're silent about injustices and inequalities that really have always been inherent to the status quo.
Have you noticed how well-timed white silence is? It's usually the quiet among people who would otherwise speak, albeit softly and tenderly and respectfully, nevertheless speak in other situations. But somehow, when the topics having to do with race, white supremacy, privilege, power, much less when those atrocious experiences are personalized and someone is sharing and testifying to their pain, the very ones who might otherwise speak are quiet. Conveniently quiet.
And I think part of the thing I think about is like, why are we so special that we don't have to join in? It can be hard, it can be painful, it can be messy. It can also be beautiful and liberating and connecting. And it doesn't matter because all of that is just an excuse to not stand up and speak up and join in. And if we don't speak up and we don't join in as white people, we are just holding up and reinforcing and perpetuating a culture of white supremacy that is literally killing people.
We are given an illusion that we have a choice of recusing ourselves when it comes to anti-racist work.
Being silent should be considered a crime. Because if you are staying silent and you are ignoring what is going on in the world with Black Lives Matter and our racism pandemic, if you are not educating yourself as a non-Black person to make things better and things right in the world, then you are committing a crime. You're choosing to let people die.
The violence of racism does not just mean a murder or a lynching that happens right in front of you. Ending white silence means speaking out against the subtle kinds of racist violence that happen all around us in every type of setting. In housing, in education, in healthcare, in our communities, even in our own families. The time to speak out is now.
Speaking out, speaking up can be uncomfortable, but it's a temporary discomfort. If the thought of speaking out is uncomfortable, then practice. If the thought of saying the wrong thing is uncomfortable, then make time for self-education and contemplation. Your voice, it matters. It takes as many people as possible speaking out to raise the volume on the racial justice conversation in America, to force change.